Deshpande has been kind enough to give us his time. He is the Chief Human Resources Officer of NetMagic, which is a part of the NTT Docomo Group. I request him to talk about 4 things. One is something about learning and development, which is in keeping with the theme of the Trainers Expo. The second thing is anything he wants to share about his success journey, anything inspiring, anything motivating, anything we can learn about success from his illustrious career. The third thing is if he can share the most difficult of them all. So if he can share the secrets of his everlasting youth. And the fourth thing, and this reveals another virtue of his, is that he's an excellent singer. In fact, he is doing something for the armed forces today. There's a singing program, and the proceeds of that will go to the armed forces. So he is that much in demand. So, so if he's in the mood for a song, great. We'll be very happy.
He is in the mood.
So, over to him.
If required, we will give you chorus.
Okay. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, it's just perfect. So, 10 minutes, 4 things to accomplish. Very difficult. Nevertheless, I understand that chief guest is not supposed to speak for long. And he's not supposed to hang around also. After he finishes, he has to exit. There's so many things that we hear about, certain things, do's and don'ts in life. Right? I think to each his own. We have to decide what we want to do and how and when. Right? And when. But having said that, I think I was talking to Dharam, he's a very old friend of mine. In fact, he's my guru to introduce me to mind maps. I think 20th March or May 2011. And since then we have been in touch, and I've seen him doing wonderful work. You can find a lot of things I derive from people like Dharam around me, and I think that is one of the essences of life, that whatever good we find wherever, however, whichever form it comes, we need to imbibe it. So one of the things I would like to recommend highly is to have the spirit of a sponge. You know sponge? Sponge, you throw it in mud water. Right? Mud. It will only absorb water and not leave the mud, the dirt behind. So a good learner is somebody who is unconditional. He'll see what is it for me to learn. What is that I can change about myself behind, where the answer lies. And when you find that answer and then you probe again more, you will discover something else before that. Then you will find the root in your childhood. So this is a deep process I think I would encourage you to do. When you do that, you will find this is what you can actually decode yourself. At least if not decode, you will know more about yourself. And once you know about yourself, then you will accept yourself. Acceptance without any kind of conditions, preconditions. Appreciating, once you accept, you'll appreciate. When you appreciate, there is also desire to change for better. I think there are too many theories around it. Whatever works for you, you'll have to pick that up. So instead of, when you say training, I would say it's about how can I be a good student of life. Not to train others. Train yourself. That's important. We are not here to, we can share. You can share your knowledge, you can share your skill, you can share your time, right? Give a joy, happiness to people. That's a different. That is what you can do. You can't really change. Train people. You can train them, but the change will have to be their decision, whether to accept that or not, change for better, do they find value. Sometimes we have seen a lot of things that we tell people in our own relationships, do this, don't do this. Do they really follow that? But that's so much of value to you. They will do that the day they really value it. So instead of changing the people with prescriptions of what should be, I would rather say work on the create value for that attitude or approach. Okay, that will make a huge difference. Let's look back at ourselves. So about training, I will only say where a student is born or where a student is willing to learn, a teacher is born. Are you getting me? Where a student is willing to learn, a teacher is born. So be the student like that. You will find teacher everywhere around you. But are you that student? Is the question. That will come only when you have deep desire to succeed and strong passion to excel. That's important. Anything and everything in life, to me, is embedded in these two things. Deep desire to succeed and a strong passion to excel. If you have these two things, rest will fall in place. Other thing I would recommend is not to complicate things. Life is simple. Things are simple. Do not complicate, overcomplicate. It's not required. Remove all that from your heart, all that, the waves of contradictions or fears or apprehensions or personalities or agendas that you may have. Just feel free. You will discover a lot. A free spirit is the most enlightened spirit. You know what I mean? So free yourself. Knowledge has no value if you don't know how to hold it in the right perspective, right context. So let us not become prisoners of knowledge. These are half-baked knowledge that we pick up here and there because for whatever reasons, I don't know. But that should not really add on to our personality and prevent us from being good. Getting me? Don't become prisoners of your own knowledge. Knowledge, if it's real knowledge, if you know how to hold it, it will lead you to live the life of a free spirit. Without any kind of hate, anger, jealousy, envy, these things are very important. How do you hold the spirit in that space? When I say spirit is yourself, how do you hold yourself in that space where you are minus these things? You have to be genuinely a good human being. That comes with a lot of introspection and awareness. So I think these two things I would recommend. We'll touch upon other things. But given the context, I understand most of you are entrepreneurs. Some of you are in the same field I am. So I'm talking to my fellow HR professionals, right? Some of you are building your own enterprises, following your dreams, right? Trying to build something, find meaning, to do certain things certain way, right? I think life is like that. It should continue to be like that. Always aspire to do something, build something, create something. Some people are hooked on to having some kind of goal, business goal. I need to set up this. I need to start a training institute. I need to start a computer institute, or I need to start a website company. They have those aspirations. So when you have that dream, then you are really united about accomplishing that. And once you have that desire, then you start working in that direction. Things don't fall, then you get dejected, and all those things happen. How to avoid that hard journey is one is to be very good in everything that we are doing. You should be subject matter expert in the area that you have chosen. Typically, when you meet a trainer, he'll say, "What are you doing?" He'll say, "I'm doing everything." I mean, any topic in ABC area, I'm doing, right? Which is good. Nothing wrong about that. But is it possible to be a subject matter expert in everything? It needs so much of tapasya, so much of hard work, so much of effort and determination to be really there to say I can do everything with the same ease and excellence. So I would recommend focus on 2-3 areas. Go deep into the subject. Find out, like you're doing PhD in that. 2-3 areas, and those areas could be preferably if they are connected, one leading to another, right? In the same ecosystem, if it is there, like you are in the business of, say, milk, milk, right? Distributing milk. You can think of starting a tea shop. You know what I mean? You can starting a petrol pump. You're in the business of milk distribution. You know what I mean? That is one way of looking. Other is to say, I'm the distribution of milk, so why don't I know how distribution network works, I have the contacts, so why don't I start distribution of any damn thing. Could be even petrol, you never know. Then you have to see whether do I have the resources. So, leave your mind very fertile, in very reasonable and rational, so that one can build on another. So I recommend strongly, whatever you have chosen to do, please pick up 2-3 things that you think are connected in some form or other, and they are leading you to the goal that you want to accomplish. Instead of getting scattered, doing random things, that is the flavor of the day or the week or a month or a year, you will be spreading thin and you will not be able to do much. So pick up, identify what am I good at, what gives me more happiness, what really motivates me and drives me. So when you are choosing anything in life to do, it needs to come back to you. Why am I happy doing certain things? If you have not thought about it, you have to first ask yourself, what am I happy about doing this? Right? You have to ask yourself. You don't know. How many of you really know yourself? I mean, some of you definitely know. Not everybody knows. We just leave. Everything's working, so we never bother why it's working. It's very important to decode that formula of success. A sales guy can really not predict, tomorrow I can make this thing. Okay? He knows the model, but he cannot predict. And he has to continue to work like a new salesman every time he's making that sale. He knows by and large this is the way things work. But there are so many things that are not in your control, so you cannot claim this is the way things will work in life. So no. Is everything in our control? No. But is everything not under our control? It's all up to us. They say, right? We hear so many contradicting things in life. It's up to you, determination, confidence hona chahiye, phala hona chahiye. Well, that is one theory. The same guy saying, you know what, there are so many things that are not in your control. Market, competition, enemy, blah blah blah. Not in control. So life is always a contradiction like that. But we need to have we should be strong enough to deal with that uncertainty. Yet be certain about that uncertainty. Then you are fine. You know what I mean? If you are with me, you will get what I am going all over the place. Okay. Now, so please know yourself by asking few questions. What gives me joy and happiness? Why am I good in certain things? How did such a great thing happen? One way to discover is ask yourself, what is I am proud of in life? My achievements. Not about I am a great son, great daughter, or a loving mother, or a wife, committed wife. No, not those things. I am talking about what am I very proud of my achievements. What are my top 3 achievements? You have to do a serious work at this. When you say what are my top 3 achievements, you have to write down whatever comes to your mind on a piece of paper, 1, 2, 3, 2, say 20, and then pick up which are the top 3. Once you have that list, why? Why do you say that is the best? And then how did that happen? Why was I able to do that? Okay? Then you ask another question, which was the most difficult? Which was the most challenging? Which was the one where I thought I will not be able to do it, yet I did this? That is what will lead you to the answer. Sometimes so many things we think we will not be able to do it, but we give it a shot because we are passionate about that. And you will find that answer. And every time you find a situation like that, which already happened in your life, you will find the same answer repeating itself, and that is your pattern of working. That is what you have to discover about yourself. Once you know that this is what is leading me to success, then you will also know what are the things that you will be successful at. What are the things that you have failed? Same exercise you can do and see, can I marry these two with a different approach? And you will find that there is a deep connect where you have failed and where you have succeeded. What led you to success wasn't there where you failed. So bring that element in this situation. I'm sure you will do it well. Are you getting me? Okay. So that's one. But most importantly, learn to celebrate life. Enjoy life. Don't be too serious about things. It's one life. It is only accident that we are all born in a family. It's only accident that we have somebody called wife, son, daughter, brother, sister. Okay? If you go to see, that family is everything for us. Yes or no? We do everything. No rules there. Papa कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, मम्मी कुछ भी बोल सकती है, छोटा भाई चिल्ला सकता है. Whatever, all the license is given. Correct? There's so much of bonding, understanding, love, sharing. Everything is there. There are no trainers like us to teach them what is team building there. Yes or no? Where does that all come from? Because that's the ecosystem the family creates. Your parents, your extended family, they create that system. Same guy, he joins a company, suddenly there are crash courses, adventure courses, blah blah blah, training him on team building, leadership, decision making, conflict management. ये सब कौन सिखाता है घर में? Just because it's in corporate, we take things for granted and don't pay attention to that, and there is no father mother in the office, so you're missing that cover. Only accident that we are all born in a family. It's only accident that we have somebody called wife, son, daughter, brother, sister. Okay? If you go to see, that family is everything for us. Yes or no? We do everything. No rules there. Papa कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, मम्मी कुछ भी बोल सकती है, छोटा भाई चिल्ला सकता है. Whatever, all the license is given. Correct? There's so much of bonding, understanding, love, sharing. Everything is there. There are no trainers like us to teach them what is team building there. Yes or no? Where does that all come from? Because that's the ecosystem the family creates. Your parents, your extended family, they create that system. Same guy, he joins a company, suddenly there are crash courses, adventure courses, blah blah blah, training him on team building, leadership, decision making, conflict management. ये सब कौन सिखाता है घर में? Just because it's in corporate, we take things for granted and don't pay attention to that, and there is no father mother in the office, so you're missing that cover. Your manager to some extent, 0.1%, or manager's manager, a CEO, or some senior people may be able to create a little bit of that, but otherwise no. So the only motivation is salary or increment, and that drives up to achieve this. I think what a fallacy there, right? So do not distinguish whether it's home or office or any situation. You need to be the same guy because you are the only person common in all situations. So learn to enjoy the moment, give your best, right? Be willing to share, be willing to contribute, let go things. Getting me? Give free credit to people. If there are some people who want to take the credit, let them take. But you know, you have done it. At the same time, you need to know if somebody is taking free credit again and again, then you need to show him the place. You need to be careful enough, smart enough to deny that and say blah blah. But these are little worldly practical things. But this short of the long is celebrate life. Okay, enjoy life, and that will happen when you accept yourself. You have to accept totally yourself, the way you are, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Not only in looks, but also in your deeds. Not only in deeds, but also in thoughts, and also in being. You need to accept yourself. Things that you think are not fine, can you change? What can you change about them? Okay? Going back to the KG days, be good, have good habits. Have a little masti, okay? But good habits. There's so many things in today's world, people can just lose their way, right? Have good habits, good values. These are very important. And above all, I think the spirit of gratitude will really take you a long, long way. You need to be grateful for everything that you have received in life. If you don't have the gratitude, then you will not be able to achieve anything. They say gratitude is the best attitude one can have. So be grateful to the Lord, to God, or whoever it is, the world, people around you, right? The system that we are happy and safe and sound. Look around what's happening. You will find that you are definitely the most luckiest person in earth. Just go to Google and search what's happening in the world. Just check the neighboring country what's happening. In some states in north, maybe down south, where a lot of exploitation is happening. You never know. Today we are sitting here in air-conditioned rooms and talking and having discussions about so many things, about the world, how it should be. Come on, man, you are just a minuscule of such a big cosmos. You are not the end of it, right? So be grounded. What I mean? Be grounded. It's just don't think it's just all this chamak damak is just temporary. So be a little spiritual. That will give you a lot of meaning and depth to your life. Being spiritual is very important. Being spiritual teaches you accept things, change things that you cannot. Know the difference between them. You know what I mean? It's very important. Like you pick up a child with so much of compassion, love, without any kind of fear or any kind of apprehension. The same way you embrace life as well. Life has so much to offer. So when you find all good around you, that will happen when you start feeling good within. When you see only all the negative things and get influenced by that, you will find only negative things. You will get what you focus on. So focus on the right things in life, you get a lot. Instead about how to look young, I don't know. I have to ask my father and mother. I have been lucky, I must say. But yes, I always had this. I always like things to look good. Whether it is my book or pen or my bag or my cupboard or my shoe or my any damn thing, it has to be like that. I think these are the habits which probably I have unconsciously picked up in life as a child. Sometimes when you just 3-4 year old, maybe 5 year old, right? When you see your father or brother shouting at your brother, elder brother, or somebody else in the home, why can't you manage your things? Why don't you do this thing? Can't you take care of your things? Right? Why don't you switch off the light? What is the message for the child there? So this is not allowed. This is not to be done. This is not appreciated. You know what I mean? These are how we pick up habits. And that continue to happen. So all the good things that you see, things that are appreciated, not appreciated, right? Or reprimanded, you want to minus them. So acceptance is there, recognition is there, growth is there, right? All that comes naturally when you start believing this is the way to live life. Probably that has happened with me. Right? So nothing big secret about looking good. I do take care of my skin. I use whatever creams are possible on the moisturizer, Vaseline I still carry, So I think you have to pamper yourself, because all the hard work that we do is for whom? If not for you, whom? Right? You need to do that. Anyway, you take care of your family and all that is there. But more importantly, when you are sleeping, at least spend 2 minutes, put some cream here and there, and that's it. That little bit of pampering is important. Because when you're pampering your body. But what actually happening is you're pampering your spirit. That will motivate you. On a low day, if you're feeling very sad and lost, just take a drive or just take a walk. Come to Marine Drive. Walk near that, tridents of the world, go to Taj Gate, just see how world beautiful is, right? We don't have to say, oh my God, these guys are lucky, dad rich, or whatever, right? Lucky people, am I not? I will not feel like that. So there's so much to accomplish in life. Just go to Taj and just take a stroll and just see how wonderful it is. Right? Sometimes you need to use the nature and these kind of things to really motivate yourself. Kuch nahi hai to see a good movie. Or if not anything, try this. Listen to old Hindi songs or movie songs. Watch some old movie that you grew up. It will rush a wave of emotions and things in you. Just experiment that, and you'll start crying. If not now, after a few years, you will cry. When you watch an old movie or listen to an old song, okay? You don't have to wait till you become old to cry and enjoy those things. You can do it now as well. Okay? Okay, on that note, I think the last one, a song. But I think I derive a lot of inspiration from quite a few songs. And one, I think, piece of lines from a movie from Rajesh Khanna's film, right? I think Dag it was. Rajesh Khanna, we all know how admired, how successful, the first superstar of Indian Hindi movie, right? And he was acting in this movie, and then he was told to recite these lines. His role in that movie was like that somebody who is so loved, admired, and suddenly reaches the zenith of his life, almost. And then he is making these statements, you know, when people are felicitating that when he is talking these lines. And years, 2 decades later, that became true in his life. And it can be only in destiny of, you know, in his destiny of time. Right. There is also a lesson of, you hear and then you know, you pick up your own lessons, right? आप ना जाने मुझे समझते हैं क्या, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं हूँ। इस कदर प्यार इतनी भीड़ का मैं रखूंगा कहाँ, इस कदर प्यार रखने के काबिल नहीं मेरा दिल मेरी जान, मुझको इतनी मोहब्बत न दो दोस्तों, मुझको इतनी मोहब्बत न दो दोस्तों, सोच लो दोस्तों, इस कदर प्यार मैं रखूंगा कहाँ, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं। प्यार अगर एक शख्स का भी मिल सके तो बड़ी चीज है जिंदगी के लिए। आदमी को ये भी नहीं मिलता, ये भी नहीं मिलता। मुझको इतनी मोहब्बत मिली आपसे, मुझको इतनी मोहब्बत मिली आपसे, ये मेरा हक नहीं मेरी तकदीर है। मैं जमाने की नजरों में कुछ भी न था, मैं जमाने की नजरों में कुछ भी न था, मेरी आंखों में अब तक वो तस्वीर है। इस मोहब्बत के बदले मैं क्या नजर दूं, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं। मोहब्बतें, शौहरतें, चाहते, उल्फतें, ये सब तो जिंदगी में रहता नहीं। जहां मैं हूं आज, कल कोई और था, ये भी एक दौर है, वो भी एक दौर था। आज मुझे इतनी मोहब्बत न दो दोस्तों, आज मुझे इतनी मोहब्बत न दो दोस्तों, मेरे कल के लिए कुछ बचा के रखो। कल जो अनजान है, कल जो गुमनाम है, कल जो वीरान है, कल जो सुनसान है, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं, मैं तो कुछ भी नहीं। So these lines teach us so much of, life can be so uncertain. We need to celebrate and enjoy and be grateful for the good times that we have had, not take pride and have ego because we have enjoyed to some point in time good things in life, right? See, you can find deep meaning, inspiration from any nook and corner. Even from walking just down, you can find. It's up to you. God has given us eyes. He has given us ears too. Speech. Right? All these senses we have, but do we really use them? We take them for granted. We don't use them the way they should be used. They are your best transducers. They are the ones which will sense you what life can be. But we need to know how to use them. We are only खाना पीने में मजा है. That's the time we only sense. We think that sense is only the tongue has the senses of stomach, right? I think there's so many things we can know about life. टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ, नित दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ। टूट न जाए सपने मैं डरता हूँ, निस दिन सपनों में देखा करता हूँ। नैना कजरारे मतवारे इशारे
बंधन था ये मन मेरा, बस गया नाम इस पे तेरा, कोरा कागज था ये मन मेरा. Our life is also like that. It's open slate. It's up to you what you want to write on it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just request Madhura to give you one.
What can be a better gift than Please come.
It's only with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.